When I took a look at my review schedule for this show, I came to a sudden realization. It's been a total sausage fest. But then I thought, aren't there any good female superheroes I could talk about? And yes, there are. Which might make you ask, why aren't I doing a review of a Wonder Woman comic? After all, she's going to be making her big screen debut soon, and she's pretty much the most iconic female superhero. Well, there's two reasons. First of all, I really don't know much about Wonder Woman. Sorry, I grew up a Marvel fanboy, mostly due to the great animated series that they were producing during the 90s. Really, aside from the Batman animated show, my greatest exposure to the DC universe came from the friggin' Super Friends cartoon. So I have heard about some really great Wonder Woman storylines, in particular The Circle by Gail Simone, but really I don't know enough about her to give you a good review. Second, well, in June there's another female character I plan to talk about, but in order to really talk about her, I need to talk about this character first. Who is she? Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, probably the most badass superheroine in the Marvel Universe. Today's storyline actually got me interested in Captain Marvel and her history, and I hope you guys read it and become fans too. So let's check out Captain Marvel, Higher, Further, Faster, More, by Kelly Sue DeConnick, with art by David Lopez. So, some background information. Carol Danvers was originally a supporting character to the original Captain Marvel. No, not that Captain Marvel. That's DC's Captain Marvel. They are not the same character. Welcome to the confusion that is comic books. Marvel's Captain Marvel, say that 5 times fast, was a superhero from an alien race called the Kree, who you may remember from the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and had US Air Force pilot Carol Danvers as a supporting character. During that book, Carol had science happen to her that made her into a human Kree hybrid, giving her super strength, flight, and a bunch of other superpowers, making her take up the name of Ms. Marvel. Ms. Marvel's original stories had a decidedly feminist bent to them. For example, calling the main character Ms., not Miss, and had a story arc about getting equal pay for women. Carol later ditched her old costume for what's probably her best known outfit, a black one-piece with a red sash, and joined the Avengers. Until a rather notorious story where she's raped, gives birth to her own rapist, seriously, seems pretty cool with it, seriously, and quits the Avengers to hang out with her rapist. Seriously. Fans were pissed off, and X-Men writer Chris Claremont came in and wrote an Avengers annual that addressed the problems of that story, had Carol give the Avengers a "reason you suck" speech, and then went to hang out with the X-Men for a while. Chris Claremont had a reputation for creating and developing strong female characters, so she fit right in. Then in the 90s, she became an alcoholic. Okay, seriously, Marvel, why did you hate Carol Danvers so much? Well, in the 2000s, she got better, rejoined the Avengers, and even beat Venom by ripping Eddie Brock from the symbiote costume. Good times. But wacky hijinks in the mid-2000s caused Carol to look up to the original Captain Marvel again, who died of cancer during the 1980s. In Avenging Spider-Man number 9, Carol becomes the new Captain Marvel and gets a new costume. And honestly, I think this is the best one she's ever had. And on the cover to the trade that we are reading, she kind of looks like Elsa from Frozen. And I really like Frozen, so that's pretty cool to me. The plot for this story arc begins with Captain Marvel and Iron Patriot, aka Jim Rhodes, aka War Machine, but now Iron Patriot because Iron Man 3 just came out, stopping what they think contains a bomb, but is actually holding a refugee from another world. After talking it over with Iron Man, it's decided that the Avengers need to build a presence in space, partly to keep Earth informed on what's going on in the cosmos, and partly to warn any new tyrants that Earth's well protected. After some soul-searching, Captain Marvel decides that she's the best candidate for the job, and investigates what the heck's up with the alien refugee on Earth. After a hilarious run-in with the Guardians of the Galaxy,
I'm Groot.
Captain Marvel discovers that the girl, named Tick, is from a race whose homeworld was destroyed by an alien race ironically called the Builders, and that they are being forced off their new home by an organization called the Galactic Alliance. Of course, Carol Danvers won't let that happen, so she tries to rally Tick's people to fight back against the Alliance. This comic is a lot of fun to read. Carol Danvers really shows us why she's such a great hero by taking a stand against a bullying government, and why she's worthy of essentially being the Marvel Universe's Superman. The artwork is bright and colorful too, giving each environment, from Earth, Carol's spaceship, to Tick's planet, a nice bit of personality. This entire run of Captain Marvel only ran for 15 issues before being cancelled in the wake of Marvel's Secret Wars event, so if you find yourself interested in this character, it's not too tough to get her entire series. Speaking of Secret Wars, Carol Danvers played a major role in that event, both in the main series and a few of the tie-ins, such as A-Force, an all-female Avengers team, and Captain Marvel and the Carol Corps, which featured Captain Marvel as leader of a fighter squadron and had a beautiful Art Deco style. Now that Secret Wars is over, Carol's back in a new series, where she's head of a space station orbiting the Earth. Captain Marvel, Deep Space Nine. She's also going to appear as one of the main members of A-Force, which itself is spun out of the Secret Wars event. Simply put, Captain Marvel is a fun series. I'm looking forward to what happens next, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing her join the Marvel Cinematic Universe in 2018. Next week, we're going to have a little bit of a bittersweet review, as we are introduced to Marvel's first family, as the Fantastic Four try to save the Earth from the coming of Galactus. Until then, take care. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you've not done so. Follow me on Twitter at LittleWebhead87. Have a good one.